Hi, I'm Lee Knott and I lead the SMB business for HP in the UK.
My name is Glenn Willihan and I'm the S&B Director here at Microsoft.
My name's Zap Aobang, I'm the General Manager, Advanced Solutions, Ingram Micro UK.
My name's Nick East and I'm the CEO of Zinstra.
When you consider hybrid IT, you cannot think about this as whether I'm chasing specific commercial goals or whether I'm chasing a specific end user opportunity. What I need to understand is what is the strength capability that I have within my business and the various partners that I've built my business on today and moving forward in the future. And connecting or unifying these technologies is perhaps one of the fundamental challenges, but the fundamental ways of winning if a partner can get that right.
Actually, I think the traditional channel partners of our organisations actually have a responsibility to their customers to understand some of this technology and this trend. You know, all the research that you read suggests that local small businesses buy from local small partners because they like that intimacy and they operate in that trusted advisor capacity. If you are going to operate in that trusted advisor capacity, you must understand what's on offer to your customers in order to advise them correctly. So I think partners that don't understand or are not clear about how they can help their customers move to a hybrid environment should come and talk to us, because I think we have a duty of care to help them understand that.
I agree. I think in this model, actually the partner is more relevant and not less relevant for exactly those reasons. And I know from our experience at Zinstra, talking to customers, they see this fast-paced technology change. They don't necessarily have the resources or the time to be able to keep up with that technology change, and they look to a trusted advisor to be accountable for that. So I think they should be embracing it, but also they have a great opportunity to embrace it.
They do, and they should be operating much more as a consultative basis, shouldn't they, I think?
I think, and just drawing on the opportunity in the piece that you said there, Lee, what we're seeing is that, you know, by adopting cloud services and obviously having that ability to be able to remote deploy and manage your customers actually increases your threshold, you know, so you can manage more customers across a greater geography and smaller customers much more cost effectively than you could have done in the traditional world as well. So partners really need to understand the size of the opportunity and what they need to do to embrace that.
But if they do, the rewards are there, right?
Absolutely.
It's all about, for them, making a little bit more money this year than last.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think just to finalise on Lee's point there, really about the rewards being there, you know, I mean, Microsoft particularly are targeting a lot of our incentives, a lot of our rebates, etc., and in particular, a lot of our marketing messaging is directed towards the evolving technologies that are predominantly cloud, you know, so a partner that's looking to grow their market opportunity needs to align to those messages. And actually what we found was those born in the cloud partners coming through, so the guys that are sort of born in the cloud or reborn, I guess, their businesses and selling cloud services, and those guys are still doing very well, but we need the traditional partners who have that install base of Microsoft and HP to adopt cloud services much more boldly, I think, and that's where we'll really see the scale.
So in helping our partners grow their business, a traditional way of looking is looking at growth is you look at your customer base, you look at what more you can sell to that customer base, and you base all of your decisions on historical data. And I would say that customer adoption is starting, I think, to outweigh channel adoption. So I think the message from HP is we would really encourage our partners to look at the trends that are coming, hybrid being, I think, a leading example of that, have a point of view around that trend, and then take that point of view to customers to help increase adoption. It really makes them more relevant, more sticky, and ultimately more profitable if they operate in that environment.
Yeah, I agree, Lee, and that's definitely what we're seeing at Microsoft as well. Partners that are maybe referencing sort of the BPOS era that I talked about earlier, and the adoption really wasn't getting there at that point of the customer, and it was a bit of a hard slog. Well, that's changed, you know, and the customers really are asking for cloud services now, and we're seeing that growth come through. A lot of the newer partners, and as I've said earlier, you know, the traditional partners really need to have a point of view on it. They need to understand that, you know, to Ape's point, that they need to be technically skilled on that. And you know, the likes of HP and Microsoft are certainly investing a lot of money to try to get those partners up to speed, and so they can realise that opportunity. I mean, we're seeing at Microsoft, just to give you a couple of statistics, I mean, almost half our Office business now is actually Office in the cloud, you know, so the business is growing exponentially already. You know, we're transacting more cloud licenses than we are on-prem as of last quarter. So those partners that are thinking, you know, I'll wait, may be too late.
And certainly at Ingram Micro, what we're seeing, the fastest growth area are our cloud partners, for sure. And those partners who are operating in this hybrid world are certainly not only the most profitable, but also tend to gain the greatest loyalty from their end customers. So in terms of really building a sustainable competitive advantage, understanding the hybrid reality today is imperative, should I say, for our partners, for SMB partners in the market today.
And I'd even go maybe a step further from a Zinstra's perspective, because we're a born in the cloud company ourselves. I feel like a born in the hybrid cloud company. What we're finding, all of our partners are embracing the cloud, whether they started from a traditional background or whether they started as a cloud company in their own right. What we're finding is that they're able to differentiate themselves against those who haven't embraced the cloud. So they're able to deliver an innovative service at a good price point and win more business as a result. So I think we're seeing the results of embracing of a hybrid cloud strategy in the way that those partners can be more competitive against those who have not. So I think it's a critical way of them being able to continue to win new business.
It's also contracted, Nick. So, the benefit of all that, stickiness in customers, predictable incomes, I think that's a change in business model, but one to embrace. I think the final thing that I'd like to say to our partner community is that actually it isn't a huge step. It's about today they price up server, storage, compute, software applications independently. But if you think about what that does to a customer, which is where our partners really should be discussing the outcome of that, actually that piece of the conversation doesn't change at all. We must understand the outcomes for our customers. And what we're saying is the traditional way of delivering that outcome, the most appropriate fashion. So the consultancy that our partners are doing today doesn't need to change, but maybe reflecting on the business model that gives them those outputs is the bit that is changing.
So what that leads to is an end customer that's really looking for enterprise class technology, but at SMB value. And what's happening in the market today, we're seeing those who really grasp that, the partners that are grasping that reality is something they need to address, are those who are bringing hybrid IT into market and into the end user.
Yeah, and I think ultimately what we're trying to achieve here is that the SME, the end customer, can really just get on with their core business and not worry about their IT infrastructure as that becomes more complex. Outsourcing that to a solution such as the Zinstra, HP, Microsoft combination through channel partners such as Ingram Micro and their channel allows the SME really to get on with what they do best.
Exactly right. Yeah.